Okay, so peep game.
So today on Peep Game, we gotta repeat the question. The question is, why are people afraid to be themselves? Any responses, y'all can let us know, and we gon' on it, whatever.
What do you think?
Hey, listening live from work. IDK, how y'all really working? People be doing this.
She swears she got a job. Stop it. Shout out to Jasmine. She got a job, y'all. And she gonna let you know.
Okay, but either way, I think people are afraid to be themselves because they don't know who they are.
Straight to the point.
Mm-hmm. And when you don't know who you are, how you gonna be yourself?
I think people are afraid to be themselves because they are afraid of what would happen next. Like, if you're yourself and somebody doesn't like it,
then what?
You're stuck. You kind of feel like defeated and judged and not good enough. So I think people are scared of they're scared of the consequence, lack of confidence, insecurities, peer pressure. And I think right now, I've said this before, we have a society or social media that tells us to be so different, but we're so the same. So some people are confused on what being yourself is, to be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
They think if they're dressing different, they're themselves, but are you just trying to be different? That's not you.
Social taboos, judgment. Yeah, because at the end of and that's, we talk about social media so much, but it's such a corrupt thing almost in this. It's so bittersweet, social media, because it's just like, who's to say what I can and can't do? Who's to say what I can and can't wear? Who's to say that I can't be who I am? Like,
and people want followers. That's the real thing. They want followers and they want likes. So we doing what we think can get likes and what can get followers, and that is where everything goes left.
Yes, and it's just like you not being who you are. You putting up this facade, and you can't fake but for so long. At the end of the day, so the real you always comes out, whether it's the right way or the wrong way. It's always gonna show. But at the end of the day, it is what it is.
So then, at what point? Yeah, pretending does take a lot of energy. It's like lying. It's energy. It's memory. Who are you supposed to be today? Does this go in line with what I've been acting like I like? If you just be yourself, it's a lot less, troublesome.
Society, we have a comment. It says, society suggests for everyone to be alike. They promote the idea.
Wait. Society suggests for everyone to be alike.
They promote the be you idea, when in reality, fashion, culture, and even the American dream promotes being who you should be in the eyes of society.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a
lot.
It's a lot of people trying to be what they think they're supposed to be, being who they are.
Or maybe they don't really like who they are.
Or then, like she said, you get stuck being who you want to be, but then who you want to be isn't accepted. So then, it's a whole thing. Schools teach you everything but how to be you and know yourself. We aren't taught to be ourselves, unfortunately.
Yep.
That's very true. But to me, I think that's the parents' responsibility. Because, imagine if you want to think about, like, younger or grade school, when you have a lot of kids, you can give a message to everybody to be yourself, but it takes really one-on-one to build a child to be comfortable to be themselves and to have confidence. And that's something you got to do at home. Maybe it's in your extracurricular activities. Maybe you have a really involved coach or something. Mm-hmm. But I think that's where that starts. Like when I used to dance, like you get to know people on a level where you spending more time with them than just between 7 and 2.
And that came from our St. Thomas listener, as I said. And we have...
What's she doing at St. Thomas?
No, it's a him. That's not her. I'm saying the first question posed came from our St. Thomas listener. The second question.
You got two?
You got, girl.
Oh, you got mine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that yours? Where is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know that. Okay, so the second peep game question that I got, I'm like, wait a minute. Is what matters most to you in a relationship? One thing.
Go.
Respect.
Communication.
Why?
Why respect?
No.
Oh, why?
Why communication? Yeah.
Because you have to be able to talk about. You got to be able to talk. If we can't communicate, we can't do nothing. If we can't communicate, you can't even respect me for real.
Okay, that can be said, but I think respect covers a whole. Like my brother hates everything. When I say respect. Like I always say, he's disrespectful, and he thinks I just throw that word around. But like respect stops a lot of things. Like respect, you're not gonna say something to me crazy. you not gonna do something to me crazy.
You're gonna communicate with me.
When you respect yourself, you act better to the person that you're with. Just respect in the whole thing is like you respect me enough to have a conversation with me.
Yeah, so either way, it's everything.
Yes.
I get it. Even how somebody said respect and honesty. Honesty goes in with communication too, because it's like we got at the end of the day, you gotta talk.
Consistency. That's a good word. Only reason.
But don't be predictable.
No, the only reason consistency is a little tricky is because I always say that all I ask is consistency because that allows me to make the decision for myself. So consistency, if you bad, is what I want in a relationship. But it's good for me to make my own decision because then if you end up being bad, I can't blame nobody but me because you was consistently bad the whole time. You
consistently showed me your true colors.
Yeah, but if you're great and respectful, whatever, then be consistent. Stay that way.
Yep. So, anything else? Anybody else?
Yes, respect breeds everything else.
Yeah, it does. When you break it down like that, it really does. So, it's just like RESPECT.
Find out what it means to me.
I need a little more.
I know. I was about to read it.
It's okay.
Shout out to Kamar. He gave me a light-skinned makeup blogger to check out. And I will. See? Not everybody knows. Is that all for before we get into? Okay. Okay, so today we are talking about, well, first of all, if you have not been on Twitter, you're not on Twitter, when the new year first came, the hashtag Waste His Time 2016 and Waste Her Time 2016 took over. And it basically, is a joke or a play on words where the boys get to say things girls do to them and girls say things that guys do to them, and
to waste their time.
Yeah, we're going to do it back on you. So we got some funny ones and some good ones to start a conversation off.
And we got some real questions too about the whole waste your time, because wasting time is real.
Yes.
Or is it?
Is that the first question?
That's just what now you gonna go off with the funnies.
Okay, so the one I have, can I say the funny? This is not, we're not even really gonna talk about this, but it was a picture. This is the funniest one I seen. It was a picture of Caitlyn Jenner. And it says,
you don't want me to see it?
Have 6 kids with her and then waste her time.
Oh my gosh, have 6 kids with her and then hashtag waste her time.
Yes.
No, really.
Okay, so that was a funny one. Right. One of the ones, this is funny too. Tell her you'll meet her at 7, then kill yourself at 6. Waste her time.
And that's real.
Tell her you miss her and then stop talking to her. Waste her time. Waste his time.
Let him take you out. When he texts you to make sure you got home okay, hit him with that who this. That's fast.
I know, right? Waste his time. Tell her she's the one. Tell him he's the one you want to marry and have a life with, but the next day you're all about hoes. Waste his time. And y'all can tell us some if y'all seen some too. We got. Alright, did I say tell her you miss her? Stop talking to her. Yes. Blac Chyna is taking waste his time to a whole nother level.
No, for real.
We didn't talk about Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian.
Bruh, I can't believe that.
It's insane. No, it's legit the most insane thing that has ever happened with the Kardashian name.
If y'all didn't know, Blac Chyna is dating Rob Kardashian. Hashtag what? Waste his time 2016. For real. Like, girl, what are you doing?
Like, if you thought that Bruce turning into a woman was a plot twist.
Oh my God, my hair looks
because at least after the interview, we were led to believe he always felt like this. You know? But Jesus Christ.
Now Blac Chyna.
And it's like, who got together and who made the move? Who thought this was, a good idea? And I saw this post that they're saying, Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian bond over the hate for the Kardashian sisters. And Rob Kardashian is way too weak-minded and vulnerable to date anybody that's been as petty in 2015 as Blac Chyna. Because first of all, God forbid they don't get married or something and they break up. He's gonna be very depressed if she act crazy like she been acting on social media with everybody else. He can't take it. Not gonna be able to take it. Anyway.
Tell her I waste her time. Tell her you paying for her to get her hair done and then don't pick up after she take her weave out.
Tell him, I don't even know if this is really funny, but it is. Tell him he can touch the booty even though you have no booty.
Catfish is waste everybody's time.
I think I read my. Wait, do I have one? I took a lot of screenshots. Is that one? Oh gosh. Okay, what's the point? So is wasting people's time real?
Right.
What you think? No. This is the real question, because let's just say this: the waste his time came first. No, waste her time came first. Anyway, the point is, normally we think that guys
are wasting our time.
So, is it possible? Do women waste people's time?
I think it's possible to
Let
waste.
us know, guys. Do women waste y'all time like that? Like, is it really like? Should it be a hashtag, or are y'all just trying to get back at us for our hashtag that's very valid?
First of all, one of our listeners didn't know who Rob Kardashian
said
was.
Yes, we waste.
Of course you would.
Their time.
Dunlap
said yes, we waste.
Of course he would. Okay, listen, this is what I think about the women wasting the man's time. I think that the guy thinks that the woman is wasting his time. The woman isn't trying to waste the guy's time, because 9 times out of 10, a lot of females, when they don't really like the guy, there's no attention that can go. Like, I can't give you hardly anything if I don't like you, unless our friends, we done talked about this too, unless our friends owned you, then there's a chance that I could be wasting your time, because I know that you're sticking around because you're waiting for a magic moment. When in all there will never be a magic moment.
I think the difference between guys and girls is that guys strategically waste your time.
Yes.
They are making moves. They are making plots, throwing out lines and cues to waste that are about, and they're gonna waste your time. Like they are strategically making these moves, and then they waste your time. I think, like you said, even though when you said women don't give attention, if they're not interested, whatever.
Yeah, because we're
also talking about sane women. We're not talking about crazy women. We're not talking about petty women. We're not talking about immature people. We're talking about when you like somebody, usually when you don't like them, it takes a lot out of you to even entertain them.
Now, granted, girls, yes.
That's why I said we talking
about the real females,
sensible, mature women.
But the hashtag is talking about everybody.
Yes.
So
it's
a comment says, I know plenty of girls that will lead a man on just for dates, material items, or just to have a lineup in case the guy they're betting on wastes their time. Correct. Now, but see, I wouldn't say that the lineup was a waste of time. Because if you were real N-word, your lineup, they're going to be around regardless. Speaking from a real OG. They're going to always be around just because you done created a certain type of relationship with them. And it's a respect thing. Like, it is what it is. Like, this is where I'm at. And if I ever fall off, okay, yeah, maybe. But maybe not. And you still going to be my friend. And we still going to rock out. And we still going to talk and have a good time. So you wasting your own time. Stay around and stay on the bench when you know you're on the bench and you might not get no playtime.
Yeah, and I was going to say that too. Sometimes I think women make it clear maybe that they're not, interested, and then you hang around because a lot guys, I'm going to tell you, the biggest mistake guys make is thinking they can win you over. First of all, it ain't worth the effort. It's really not. Because you can lose. That's the main thing. But when your guy thinks they can win you over, that's when a guy ends up feeling like you wasted his time. If I let you know and now you trying to win me over, I didn't waste your time. You spent your time here willingly swiping the debit card.
Right. It's like, don't get it twisted. Don't be the guy that know the truth. And then when the truth come out more than once, at the end when you feel played, you want to get an attitude.
Yikes.
You already knew you was on the bench.
Yikes.
You've been sitting on the bench for years. So don't act brand new now. Like, don't do that. Same for the females.
Now, I'm going to say another thing, because we had a comment that said men waste time more often, I think, because they are indecisive and immature. What I was going to say is, so is it almost valid to say that some guys don't know they're wasting your time? Like, you
were asking all my questions.
Okay, when you're naive, so let's say you're immature. You don't have that wisdom to be on the outside looking in to see that, the girl wants to be with you and you're playing around. So is it safe to say that he doesn't even know? Guys are that dumb. They don't even know they're wasting your time until after you, go off on them and say you wasting my time.
And see, that's what I was about to say. Some guys...
What y'all think, girls? Females, ladies?
Some guys waste the time, like one of the comments said, guys waste time for short-term purposes such as sex. A guy, and it's not even, I don't even think, when it comes to that, I don't even think that the guy is wasting your time. Like, that's not what he's doing. That guy has a motive.
Yeah,
he's
not
wasting your time. Wasting your time, let me tell you what
wasting your time is when we doing everything.
And then out the blue.
But yes, and abruptly we ain't doing nothing.
Abruptly, something happened and we fall off the face of the earth and you don't know why for real and I don't either. Okay, but then the next question comes. Wait, before I ask the next question.
Yeah.
Guys will waste your time for years. Yes, that's what I'm saying. They'll keep popping back up.
Are you new?
They'll keep because you might have did this before.
No, he's saying like what? What you mean? Because you already said it, right?
Yeah, no, that's what. I'm just reading the comments.
Oh.
She's saying guys will waste your time for years. What do you mean, sir? Like,
yes.
It's not just about the motive. That's motive.
And can I say, just to hear that out loud made my stomach turn.
They will.
Ladies, we have got to do better.
We do.
Because at some point before year 5.
At some point, the wasting of the time ain't wasting time no more. You still got hope.
You knew that he wasted the first 4 years. And, I'm not speaking down to nobody. I'm just saying, like, that is sad.
It is.
Is that why guys keep wasting our time? Because we keep letting them waste our time.
And it's just like, okay, but then the question goes to say, are we wasting our time?
He said, excuse me for not understanding the line of questioning. It's okay.
So the question goes to say, are we really wasting our time, though?
Who? The guys or the girls? Anybody.
Whoever the hashtag is for. It's like, but are you really wasting your time? Or are you doing exactly what you want to do?
Jesus Christ.
Because at the end of the day,
you gotta pick which side you asking that question from. You saying if my time is being wasted.
Yeah, I'm saying it from the person that's saying you wasting my time. I'm saying, are we really wasting our time? Because let's keep it real.
Because at some point in time, that's everything you wanted. That's a quote, right? I think
at some point in time, it's everything that you want. You was doing what you wanted to do. Period. So at the end, when it go haywire, don't be like, he wasted my time or she wasted my time. Because if it wasn't them, I hate to say it, but 9 times out of 10, it probably would have been somebody else.
Okay, we got a comment that I want to talk about next week, but it's a really good segue. We just gonna go. So Imani said most women believe their time is being wasted more often than not because in a lot of our minds we're on a clock to get married. So the biological clock is real. The ticking life clock is real for women. We talked
about that this week.
And I'm not going to say that in my mind when I think about people wasting my time that I think about that as much. But when you have those moments when you thinking like, dang, I'm about to be this many years old and blah, 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 you do start thinking about the people that wasted your time, retrospectively. So I think that's why women feel like their time is being wasted. But at the same time, like she said, Imani said, we are responsible for our time being wasted.
Exactly.
Same when you waste your time at a job you probably should have been left 2 years ago. Have you gotten out and tried to find another job? Have you made a step to do something different? Because doing the same thing and expecting new results, insanity. So it's like, at the end of the day, you are responsible, but it just sounds bad.
It do, and I mean, it's like, it just is what it is.
Yes, virtue defined. Some lessons wouldn't be learned if the time wasn't wasted. I was going to say that when you said, are we wasting our time or do we want to? And I was thinking, is it time wasted if you learn to now, granted, 10 years, sometimes it don't take you 10 years to learn a 2-year lesson. That's the first thing. But if you do learn something, the time is not wasted. And if you partly are in the 0.1% and he wasted your time for a while, then y'all got back together and got married, then it was worth it. Oh my God.
And like I was about to say, the comment says, I think if a lesson is learned, it's not time wasted. And in general, I just think that the hashtags is just some BS, and it's funny because at the end of the day, we all doing what we want, and let's keep it funky. If somebody wasting your time, you've had sightings of this. The waste your time era doesn't just pop in. Bruh, just don't start wasting your time out the blue. And if it does happen out the blue, you already paid attention to that one thing and called your home girl, I think something going on. Yeah. And you decide to stay. You decide to talk. And shoot, so what if I wasted my time on a couple of years on one guy? That's one body. Like, so what? So what? That's no extra feelings that I didn't put into somebody else. I don't know how this sounds, but I'd rather get hurt by the same person than a new one.
Jesus Christ. That's not the way to live. See, because I think opposite, because I think you know this hurt.
Okay, yeah.
We can't hang out here. We already know how this story goes.
But still, and see, then it just scares me for the next though, because it's like,
well, that's life.
Granted, and I embrace the heart. Not to say I embrace the heartache, but it is what it's inevitable. If your heart gonna get broken, okay, cry me a river. Cry, take you a couple days, get over it. Life goes on.
Something you said I was gonna respond to, but of course I forgot. We had a question that said, when do we really determine that our time is being wasted? Because most of us don't feel that until ish hits the fan. I think that, like Chanel was saying, if somebody wastes your time, there's some points where you realize you're thinking, is he wasting my time? Is this a waste of time? Like, where is this going? That's what women like to say. Where is this going? So, which is the number one question for waste your time.
Where is this going?
So,
and when that, hold your thought, and when that question is posed and he don't give you the right answer, and he gives you a certain answer, you know if your time is being wasted or not. Period.
Yes, and I think where the power in it comes is taking yourself out of the situation. Because if you let him waste your time and you have an inkling that he's gonna waste your time and you stick around, you know, you have hope. Hope is holding up to waste your time. That's what it is. That whole moving forward is you hoping, wishing, praying that he gonna be different than he's been
the last 3 times.
But the reason that waste his time, and waste her time is real is because some people was getting their feelings about some of the ones people was posting because you feeling like you did that, and because people had plenty of stuff to post. So that means this has been done to me. It's real, right? And it's been done to my friend, and now I can talk about it.
There comes a point where you eventually take the fault for wasting your own time when you realize it was a waste, but kept at it.
Yeah.
Right. It sounds bad, but I can't tell if I don't agree.
You mean
that does not sound good, Chanel.
DC said Jesus Christ is not the way.
I'm in traffic. I'm pissed. Wasting my time. I feel you, but I'd rather not be doing the same thing with the same person expecting different results. Being in a relationship and it goes bad isn't a waste of time. Someone saying they want one thing and doing another thing outside of what they said is wasting time. Now that's true.
That's very true.
Not doing what you agreed upon. Yes, that's what wasting time is. You telling me one thing and you do another.
And that's a good point because sometimes when you in a relationship, so I hear, when you're in a relationship with somebody
or a situation.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna talk about relationships because I think it makes for better conversation. When you're in a relationship with somebody and it doesn't go good, and maybe you were on thinking, oh, this is the one and whatever, and it just, not saying y'all ended terribly, but maybe it just didn't work out. That's not a waste of your time, and I think that's where the conclusion we jumped to so fast. Like, he wasted my time. No, both of y'all had to figure out that y'all wasn't gonna be together. You know, if he knew before you and didn't tell you, you know, then maybe. But if y'all just broke up, it wasn't a waste of your time.
And to go back on what I said, because the more I know how I meant it, but it did sound terrible. But I'm saying as far as I know you get what I'm saying. I can't even explain what I'm saying.
We just don't want to promote that to our listeners.
not to say like I'm just gonna keep talking back to the same guy, even if he do keep hurting me. Like, I don't care. At least I know what I'm getting myself into. Not like that, but it's just like I can't explain this. Okay.
We got a really good question, which me and Martika, who is not listening today, talk about a lot. So Miss K5 said, where does patience come into play? So there's a very thin line between, because sometimes I feel like, in my personal experience, when you going through, you don't know where this is going with somebody, you wonder, is it just the timing? Should I just fall back? Did I do enough? What is wrong with the situation right now? Or is he really just saying one thing and doing another? And I have no idea what the answer to that question is.
Where does patience come in?
Yeah, I don't know. Because I guess I assume that you want to assume and you want to put, faith in people that when it's right, they'll do right. But we know that's not how it goes. So, to me, I would like to imagine that I don't have to have patience for the person that we appear to be equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we on the same page. I feel like I shouldn't have to have patience, but that's not the world we live in. Guys aren't always ready, girls aren't always
ready. And
I
also feel like patience comes in.
I don't know how much patience you give to somebody.
I feel like patience comes in unknowingly. Like, I feel like sometimes certain relationships, let's say in a perfect world, we're mature enough to sit down and I can tell you as a woman, I know, let's put it on us now. I can say as a woman, I know I want you to be my husband, and I know you want me to be your wife, but I'm just not ready right now. And you can say, okay, cool. So we take time apart. I feel like time apart is patience.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying about falling
just in
back.
a different aspect, you
falling
know.
Back. But I'm saying patience in terms of.
But the real patience that, like, I'm gonna wait, not wait, but I'm gonna be patient with you.
Yeah, she's saying like not getting played and being, you know, dogged out, but like where you kind of take a step back. That's why I was saying like I can feel that where you just like, you know what, I don't know what you got going on, but I don't want to tarnish this so much that it's
no coming back for it. Right.
So let me step back, and I'm not holding my life up, but you know.
Because I'm still going to talk to guys. I'm still going to go on dates. I'm still going to live my life. But if we so happen, if the patience brings us back together, by that time, we should be equally loved. Now, if it come back together, it's no.
And y'all not yoked.
It ain't nothing that you can do about it now. It's just like, and the crazy thing is, it's like, as many times as we give people, and it's just like, okay, we're done. We're over it. Whoop-de-woo. And we let bygones be bygones, and we go our separate ways. And who's to say, you know, years later, we bump back in, and we equally yoked right then and there. And this chance we given, this last chance, is the best chance that we never thought we would give again. It's just weird and crazy.
Or y'all can get back
and overwhelming. Well, and see, that's why you got to pray the prayer of God. If he ain't supposed to be there, don't ever let him come back.
Yes. And what was that message before? If you praying for clarity on relationship, chances are you already know.
Right. And sometimes you just know to leave it alone.
We got a comment from Ron who said time apart is the beginning of the end.
well, I know different.
That depends. We're not talking about like when people like we on a break. We're just
a break is bullcrap.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about like, well, to me, I'm talking about like we're not talking.
Yeah,
you living your life, I'm living my life. And if so be it, we get on the same page, back in the same city, whatever, then whatever.
And I feel like that type of...
And it is some slim odds, but at the same time, you have to find the person. That's what life is. Finding the person for you is slim. Slim to none. So what's to say that I can't say, well, I know I like you, but I don't know if this is right, so let me go over here. And if my like becomes love and becomes forever, then we'll figure it back out.
And I lost it. I don't know what I was going to say. We got some comments. The time I've wasted in the past helped show me what was time well spent in the present. And then when we said, how do you know if you're wasting your time, or how do you know if you can go back or whatever? She said that's when the homie get pregnant, whatever.
Oh, who said that?
Janae.
Jesus Christ.
My past relationships weren't a waste of time. It was the aftermath, the in-between, where I should have already known better. That was the waste of time.
That's true.
The prayer of discernment. Yes, ma'am, you got to wanting something that you've already been shown isn't for you. And see, it's just so many thin lines between, like, discernment and praying for clarity and, quote-unquote, if you got to pray for it, you should already know, versus... the time in the middle. It's just so many thin lines. It's like you just gotta walk it so safe. It's almost like don't even walk it.
And Monty made a good point. I think a lot of the times the waste of time is the after the breakup. When you
don't know what to do
for a reason, you know, and you are lingering or whatever and holding up the next phase of your life basically, because you're gonna have to move on at some point, but if you prolonging it, and that's when you start feeling like something's a waste of time, because I guarantee you, if people broke up with somebody and just stopped talking to them, they wouldn't feel like that. Like, you feel like the waste of time once you just been on a roller coaster since the breakup, and now you are in your feelings, and now it's a waste of time. Ms. K5 said, we define love biblically with what we are here claiming as wasted time, so you just got to pray over your life. Virtue Define said, I've always asked God to show me and give the willingness to see it and the strength to accept it. Ms. K5 also said, love is patient, kind, does not envy, boast, tally wrongs, etc.
Right, which is why I said at the end of the day, you know, regardless of what a person has done to you or whatever, if that's where you're supposed to be, that's where you're going to end up. And everything else prior to is irrelevant.
Okay, so Ron said he didn't like what I said. He said if you rocking with somebody, he's saying that when you time apart is dead, that's over.
He's saying even when you rocking with somebody hard, if y'all take time apart.
He said if you rocking with somebody on the reg heavy, relationship or not, time apart, and you take time apart, the odds getting back on and everything being good is very slim. So that's your opinion.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
Is slim, but I'm saying everything is slim. Like me going to somewhere and running into the man I want to marry is slim.
to
so I'm saying, if we didn't end on bad terms and you had to move to another state, or we was in a different phase,
or in the same place,
something, it's not correct. It wouldn't be the craziest thing that ever happened for, to pick up and kind of,
especially not with people that have been together before. Nothing's crazy.
Yeah,
it's like if you went with somebody in the 8th grade and y'all end up getting married, it's like, that don't sound crazy to me, because that's what happens. Like, at this point in life, I feel like you may not know the person is going to be your husband, or you may not know him on a level like y'all are friends, but you bumped into him, you've seen him, he's seen you. Like, y'all already have a connection that it just hasn't been complete yet.
Yeah.
Successful marriage is slim these days. Black successful men not going to jail is slim. It all works.
Yeah,
it's all right.
I mean, everything
it is what
slim.
it is. Everything is slim. Ain't nothing
a
wild.
Me and Martika always say, the man of my dreams. What if he lives in Montana?
Right. What if my man is in goddamn on Nigeria somewhere? Like, you just don't know. It is what it is. But guess what? However the ships may collide into each other and make magical sinking Titanic love,
Jesus,
it'll happen.
Relationships are work. It's hard to find somebody who can help you grow and be there for you. And if you do, you gotta work hard for it, slim or not.
Mm-hmm.
Separation. Okay, this is what I was gonna say. Yes, that's what I was saying. So I feel like if y'all was cool, maybe y'all was 17, 18, whatever. Go to college.
24, 25.
22, whatever. Split. Go y'all separate ways. What can happen is, it's harder to grow with somebody right there in the thick of it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going through it and maybe you balling and we don't relate and I resent you, all that can happen when we say we living together.
Mm-hmm.
But if I gotta go to school and deal with my issues and you gotta be over here, then if we meet in the middle, we may have both became the people we're supposed to be independently, and now we are on a whole nother level to relate.
Right.
And I think that's what we mean when we say break up or, go your separate ways, and if it happens, it happens. Right. Because if two people are meant to be, it's gonna happen. They would match.
And it's gonna work. And sometimes you just not in the right. Timing is everything. Since we want to talk about wasting the time, timing is everything. And sometimes I'm sure there are many married couples that can attest to the fact that I've been knew my husband. We tried and it didn't work at that time. Timing just wasn't right. We end up running into each other years later and we got married. Like, it just is what it is.
Ron said that's a long distance relationship. I could just be high. You're high.
You are very
Y'all
high.
Y'all are not in a relationship. Y'all are living separate lives. I'm in college somewhere else. You stayed in town. You went to the local college. Something like that. Like, we're not talking, but I come back home junior year and you not dating nobody, I'm not dating nobody.
That's not what we saying.
Yeah, like,
we're looking at the real world spectrum wide here, sir. Like, we're looking at this as broad as possible. Like,
But any other comments, let us know about wasting your time. And while y'all are putting your final thoughts, if you have any suggestions for shows next week or week after that, let us know. Because we got something in the chamber, but we
got something brewing, but we always are down for the cause of a topic. Don't forget to follow us on Fair Game, at Fair Game Radio, Instagram. And y'all can also comment on there, whatever y'all want us to talk about. If y'all have any peak game questions, of course, y'all could comment, let us know. Y'all know how to reach us. Y'all are our fans. So we know that you guys know how to reach us.
Yes, and so I got the quote today, and this quote is near and dear to me, especially in the new year. And can I just say, y'all, January is over. So if anything that you wrote on your list you have not started yet, you're behind, way behind.
We need to talk about why people are hating on Cam Newton.
Okay, we will next week. That's going to be peak game, for real.
Peak game.
Because that's a real life issue going on. Yeah, so what was I saying?
Quote.
No, I was saying something else. I don't know what I was saying. But anyway, January. January's over. So if you have not been doing what you said you were going to do this year, you're way behind.
To your word.
February 1st is on Monday or Sunday.
And if you still haven't wrote down your self-evaluations and stuff, at least try to get it done before the end of this month.
Yes.
Or whatever your goals are, your plans.
And start with February.
Try to get it all written down this month. Because the good thing is about life is never too late. But you just don't want to be too late.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so, and I said that whole setup to my quote.
I'm sure.
So my quote is,
segues are the best ways.
A perfectionist is the cousin to procrastination. And I love that because a lot of the things that I'm planning on doing, this year have been things that I thought about doing last year or the year before, and I felt like I had so many stipulations before I could do it. I needed this, and I wanted to be like this, and I want that, and it's like, calm it down a notch. Do what you can where you are, or do what you want to do and do it the best you can where you are. Don't try to think more, because the more, and I'm a visionary. I say this all the time. I see a lot of things like when I think about ideas. So it's kind of like you can't wait for something to be perfect because it may never come. Or maybe it's not meant to be perfect. Maybe you're meant to do it and then figure out where you need to tweak it. And then by the time it gets big, now it's booming. So it's kind of like, don't let the fact of something being perfect stop you and keep you procrastinating for longer and longer.
I agree.
Thank you.
Is that John Maxwell?
No, I got it from an article on XO Nicole. This girl said it.
And she probably got it.
Just was talking.
Because I heard it in a similar sense.
She just was like, I always like to say.
Oh, okay. And I heard it in a similar sense, but that's real. I mean, at the end of the day, if we always waiting for everything to be perfect to do what we need to do, it's never going to happen. And it's just like, why we waiting? Why wait? Why waste your time, 2016?
Oh!
Boom.
What?
I like it.
Yeah, we're going to end on that note.
Don't get caught wasting your own time in 2016. How about that?
Yes.
Forget the next and whoever doing it. You just don't do it to you. Okay?
There we go.
We love y'all.
Yes. I'm Pierre Devine, man. Uh-oh. Don't know.
Y'all.
What?
Why waste your time? Needed that. I was about to say, I'm Pierre Devine.
What?
Go ahead.
And I'm Nelly P.
And we are fair game.
That's not fair.
But we are. Happy Friday. Thanks for listening.
See y'all next week.